how long should I expect the translation of my document to take?
Okay. The quick answer to that is it depends on how long the document is. So obviously it'll take us longer to produce, to translate a 50-page document than it will to translate a 5-page document. We estimate the number of working days by dividing the word count by roughly 2,000. So up to 2,000 words would normally say 24 hours. 40,000 words would be 20 working days. Now that would be for standard rates. However, we can accelerate most translation processes. So we would always give you several options and say, you know, ABC, for instance, we can do it in 5 days for this price, in 3 days for this price, in 1 day for this other price, and let you choose.
Okay. And if you're telling me that I can have it twice as fast, how is that happening? What's going on behind the scenes?
Right, that was a good question. If we do it twice as fast, it's often because we're using 2 translators, or even more translators. So if you have a 40,000 word document, you can split it between 2 or more translators, and they'll all be working in parallel. Now, the obvious problem with that is unification of linguistic criteria. And for that, we use glossaries, where we've previously established what all the technical terminology should be, and in parallel, the use of translation memories, which tell us what sort of language we've used for that particular customer in the past, and is therefore a starting point, and the same starting point for all of the translators to be working with. We feed that translation memory over the internet in real time. So if there's 2 translators working in parallel on a project, translator A can see what translator B has done 5 seconds earlier, and can already use that, which helps with unifying criteria enormously.
Why are urgent translations more expensive?
Urgent translations can be more expensive for 2 reasons. One is that we have to find more translators. That means coordinating that, searching for people, and therefore project management costs. The second reason is that even though we use glossaries and translation memories to unify criteria, no 2 translators translate in the same way. So there's always going to be some sort of review afterwards where we make sure that the translation really is linguistically consistent. That takes extra time and therefore increases the cost as well.
Presumably you're giving priority to that project over another project from another client, and that also might impact the price. Also,
we do dozens, if not hundreds, of projects in parallel. So when someone says, I need this for tomorrow morning, it's a question of somebody, at least one person, if not 2 or more, has to drop everything they're doing, all other customers' work, in order to meet that deadline. And while we're happy to do that, that does mean a little bit of extra cost.